Hello, and welcome to the first ever Behind the Faces, a little interview moment where I like to take a look at the contestants of this year's Face of Halloween. With me today is Steven Garvey, a fun contestant and my first ever interviewee. I'm so happy to have him and for you all to meet him and see this lovely interaction we had. So, without further ado, let's get to that. Good to go. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining me. My name is Milani. Um, please feel free to introduce yourself.
I'm Steven. This is the second year I've been in this competition. Last year I got lucky and came in second place.
That's so good to hear. So you're quite familiar with this competition, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. So I guess without further ado, I'll just start by saying I'm going to interview you regarding your participation in the Faces of Halloween competition, which is sponsored by Mara Makeup and benefiting the Starlight Children's Foundation. So all of this is going to a good cause, which is always great to hear. And as you said, this is your second year doing this.
Yeah.
That's so good to hear. So you're quite familiar with this. But I guess much different from last year, people probably didn't really get a chance to know you, or as I like to say, the faith behind the Halloween. And that's why I'm here, to shine a light on the contestants of this competition and bring more awareness to the art and the passion and the love of Halloween and horror that is, behind this whole thing, why people even show up, why they're even doing this. And yes, we are benefiting a really good charity, but also, there are people here who want to show their art, why they love horror, why they love Halloween, and that's what we're all here to do. So that's why I'm here, to interview you and to really get other people to know about you and, maybe shine some more light on you and possibly contribute to your standing in this competition.
Well, I don't know that many people really on Facebook, but everybody I do know, I've got them voting for whoever. It's just not only for me, it's for the rest of the contestants too.
Yes.
Because I feel as if I can get one person to vote for me and get them to vote for somebody else, it can just lead from there. Even though, yes, everybody can use the money. Everybody can, most definitely, because everybody's having hard times. But I believe everybody deserves a fair chance.
Definitely. And so far, that is what I'm striving for within this competition, to, create a sense of community and, create a space where everybody can come together and see one another, see what they're doing, see why they're here. And to do that, I wanted to reach out and interview people. And Steven, you are my first interviewee. So without further ado, I'm gonna, we're gonna talk and we're gonna ask some questions and, get to know each other for better, if that makes sense.
Alrighty.
Okay. So I just wanted to start off with a little bit of some fun, spooky icebreakers to really get to know you. First off, what was your earliest Halloween memory?
My earliest Halloween memory is, I would have to say, about 8 or 9 years old. And I was always scared of the dark because, there's always spooky things in the dark when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But me and my grandfather, we used to scare each other. And he kind of got me used to the dark. So I started doing the haunted Halloween hay rides.
Really?
I'd be on the ride and we'd jump off somewhere down the road, and as they passed by, we'd come running out the woods. So that's probably my best and earliest one.
Wow, that is such a great story. I kind of relate, I don't know, I think it's just a common thing among children to be afraid of the dark, because I remember being afraid of the dark as well. So I'm right with you there.
But now the dark is I don't know. I just like the dark now because where I live up in Tennessee,
Mhm.
in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. And I mean, my whole yard's nothing but woods, so it I thrive here. It's peaceful, and we do got some things here in the woods that are kind of spooky, but they don't bother me. Now, my girlfriend, on the other hand, she don't really care too much about the dark in the woods, anyways.
Right. I actually lived in Florida with my family for like a time, and I just remember all the open land and how dark it would be. It's stark contrast to, where I live now or where I've grown up mostly in New York, where there's lights everywhere. So it's never really like that dark. But down there, Florida, Tennessee, there's a lot more open land, so it gets really dark and it can be really scary sometimes. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Miami for 15 years, and which I grew up in South Georgia, in the woods, of course. And where I'm at now, my mom's lived here 35 years, and I'm 42. So I've been all over, and Tennessee has got some of the best. I want to say like haunted places.
Mhm.
Florida's got a couple of them, but Tennessee's got so many, like the Blair Witch Cave.
Oh,
I'm still
wow.
wanting to go there. I haven't made it there yet, and I'm hoping to go soon.
Oh, that sounds really fun. I've never heard of that, but that would be quite an experience.
Well, you've seen the Blair Witch Project, right?
Yeah, yeah, I have.
It's based off of that, but it's really here in Tennessee.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, so here's another fun one. If you could be any horror monster for a night, who would you be and why? And this could be anything from classics to your favorite horror movie or whatever. Like just any monster. Who
I
would you
mean,
be?
there'd be a couple of them,
Hmm.
but as far as that, I would choose my number one pick would be Freddy Krueger
Oh, wow. I love Freddy. Why Freddy?
because he's able to get into your dreams and torture you that way.
Hmm.
Because everybody else is even real, like there physically. He's
Hmm.
the only one that was able to get into your dreams.
Yeah. I believe that dreams are one of the most vulnerable times you can be. So someone who can attack you in your dreams is like terrifying because you feel like you have no control in your dreams.
Yeah, that's your most, like you said, your most vulnerable spot because to you,
Mhm.
you're relaxed, but in your dreams, it's you got no control over it. It could be
Mhm.
anything in the world could happen to you.
Right. Okay. So what's your ultimate Halloween night ritual? Scary movies, haunted house, or something else? What do you like to do on Halloween night?
I usually just watch scary movies.
Mhm.
Um, usually it's by myself or with my mom, but other than that, just sit back and watch horror movies. Most of them start out with. I usually start with the Jason movies or the Halloween movies, whichever one is on. If not, I'll find them, and whichever one I pick, I just pick.
Mhm.
Kind of do a random pick on them.
Okay. What would you say are your top five horror movies?
Well, of course, Freddy would be number one.
Uh-huh.
Um, then the Pennywise, it
Yeah, that's a good one.
not chapter two. Chapter two, I didn't like very much. Um, then, even though it's really not a horror movie, but
Hmm.
it's still something that I enjoy watching. That's the Final Destinations.
Love Final Destination.
Um, then Jason, and my last one would probably still be, yeah, Halloween. All the Halloween movies.
Hmm.
I mean, they were
Uh,
good, but they're not as good as like the Jason and Freddy.
right, right. You have a favorite of Jason and Freddy? 'Cause I know I have my favorites.
Um, actually, the Freddy versus Jason would probably be my favorite one so
Hmm.
far. But if
That's good.
individually, it would be the first of the original of all of them.
Yeah,
You can't never top the original.
true, true. My favorite of uh, Nightmare on Elm Street movies would probably be, I think, three, which is Dream Warriors, because I know I just love the idea of like going into your dreams and being able to control them. Like that's when these ragtag group of kids really come together and try to fight off Freddy. So that's a really good one. And for Friday the 13th, I would have to say, I think it's number 7, New Blood. The one where
Yeah.
they have the one girl who can like do telekinesis and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just so random, but like a Carrie versus Jason vibe is really fun to me. So that one was always my favorite.
Well, with them coming out now with like Jeepers Creepers versus Jason, um, Pennywise versus Jason. I mean, they're doing all these, but I want to see the remake or the remake of all the Freddys, all the
Mhm.
original Jasons, the new up to date ones. Those are the only ones
Right.
they haven't remade yet.
Right. Yeah, they did a couple of reboots for Freddy and Jason. Um they're okay. Not my favorite. I think the original is always going to be classic. So, but if they could do something newer today, something more interesting with them, I think I would be really down for it.
Right? Yeah. I mean, go back all the way to Nightmare on Elm Street, the very first one. If they would start there and just start remaking them with new characters and everything, and make it to where it's set up just like the originals, maybe put a few twists in it. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. That would be cool. Okay. So now let's get into some of your horror love and inspiration, where all that comes from. So, when did you first fall in love with horror or Halloween culture?
Back to my original statement where I was 8 or 9 years old. It just kind of fell in place, and nothing really scared me except for
Mhm.
one thing. And yeah, I'm a big baby when it comes to spiders. I don't deal with spiders at all.
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
like spiders.
I got a python that's like 4.5 foot long that I play with. Everything else doesn't scare me. But if I see a spider crawling on me, I'm telling you, I'm gone.
Yeah, I agree. Not a fan of spiders. And I know, like, down south, they could get really big. And one of my biggest things is I hear in Australia, they have huge spiders that just end up inside people's houses that are really dangerous and, like, deadly. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine dealing with that. It just makes my skin crawl.
I mean, we got wolf spiders here, and they get as big as round as a dinner plate.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, same. Okay, so how does horror influence your creativity outside of Halloween?
I just I just enjoy scaring people with all year long. I mean,
Hmm.
I got a neighbor that I walk light footed. I mean, I could be walking through brush and you still won't hear me walk up.
Wow.
And I can walk up pretty much behind her, and every time it scares her.
Yeah.
My girl's the same way. I'll scare her just walking in the house and she don't hear me.
Hmm.
And to me, like I've watched clips on video, the prank being scared and everything, and it's funny. I don't post them on Facebook or nothing like that because I'm never recording.
Right.
But I want to, but it's just kind of, you don't want to put people in vulnerable spots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely get that. Because sometimes when I put on my makeup and I show my family, like all the special effects stuff, they definitely are like, "Oh my God, you're so scary! Like, why are you doing that?" I'm just like, I don't know. I just like doing it. It's just
Right.
fun.
It hiding behind a mask is makes you a different person.
Yes, it
So,
definitely does.
and some people don't like it, but some people find it thrilling that you could actually do something like that.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people, I mean, they can paint their face in so many different ways, and you never know it's them.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to some more deeper questions and really get a feel for your story. And I want to start with, you know, why we're all here. What led you to enter the Face of Halloween competition? I know you said you did this before, but I know last year the competition was known as Face of Horror, and this year they have rebranded into the Face of Halloween. So, are the reasons still the same? Are you just doing it for the fun of it, or is there, something more behind that?
Well, originally, I I done it last year. I done it for the fact that I've never won anything in my entire life. I mean,
Right.
never. And I've
Yeah.
entered competitions after competitions, but I've never won nothing.
Hmm.
Um, and it came across my news feed that just so happens that I could enter something, and I figured, why not? I would give myself a chance to do it, and I got lucky last year. Like I said, out of 6,000 people, I came in second, so I
Wow.
entered it.
Wow, that's really amazing to hear. And I understand what you mean. Like, I've never really put myself out there before, and this came across my Instagram feed, and I was like, oh, something that feels like I could, be a part of. Okay, let me give it a shot. And I'm at this point in the competition where it's still round one, you know, uh, and we haven't proceeded that far, but like I'm at the point where I'm in it for the love of it more than just winning because um, it really brought me back to why I love doing this, like the creativity and all that stuff. So I think win or lose, I'm so glad that I participated in because it felt like I was meant to do this, especially now that I'm here and I'm doing this interview and interviewing other contestants and being able to share their story, which I feel like is going to be really powerful.
Right. I wish with this competition going on, I mean, this year they've had 8,000 people join,
Hmm.
and which is great. That means they're getting out more. People are noticing things more. Um, and like you said, it's for a good cause,
Hmm.
regardless of how people win it. I just know the children is going to definitely appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. No matter who wins or loses, the children are winning.
Right. And I mean, I got 5 kids myself, and they're
Mhm.
all healthy and everything. But the ones that do need it, I would. I'm glad they're getting some kind of help.
Right, definitely. Okay. Um, what does Halloween mean to you personally?
It used to mean that that's as a kid that I get all the candy I wanted,
Yep.
but
Yeah,
now it's more of just watching the enjoyment and the thrill on the kids' faces, seeing these spooky things, knowing that it's not real, but they enjoy seeing things like it.
right. Do you feel like as a father that your enjoyment of Halloween has changed when it comes to your kids?
It does. Um, I mean, my kids have been like all over the place,
Hmm.
everything like that. They definitely enjoyed dressing up. I actually I'm not even sure what my kids are going to be this year. My 2 youngest ones.
Hmm.
So
Well, that's something to look forward to this year. So that'll be nice.
yeah.
Okay. Um, the last question, and this is a big one. Uh, at the end of it all, when someone is ultimately named the face of Halloween, whether that's you or not, what do you want people to know about you might not have that you might not have been able to show during the competition?
Biggest thing for me is, I mean, yeah, I'm out to win it for the money because, like I said, everybody needs the money. Because I mean, right now I'm in a situation that $13,000 would definitely help me out a lot.
Definitely.
And biggest thing is that if I was to win it with that, I would probably give my kids so much money in their account. That way they'd
Mhm.
have it put up. Like I said, there's 5 of them, but it'd probably be more along lines of getting back on my feet from where I've hit hard times getting losing everything I had.
Right.
And it's been rough.
Mhm.
Um, I went from having everything that a normal person could have to having nothing, to where now I'm starting to get back on my feet.
Congratulations. That's it's always hard, but the getting back up is the best part, the most important part.
Right. And I mean, like I said, if I don't win it, it ain't no big deal to me. I was just
Mhm.
happy that, like I said last year, coming in second place. And the funny thing is, I only missed first place by like 2 votes. So at least I had people that could vote for me then and make sure that they helped out with the other people and everything.
Right. Okay. All right. Um, Next up, so I would like to do something a little bit fun and do what I like to call a spooky spotlight, where I give you a series of quick hit Halloween questions. So try not to take too long to answer them. Just go with your gut and let's see what your answers are. Ready?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Trick or treat?
Trick.
Okay. Candy corn, love it or hate it?
Hate it.
Yeah, I get it. Haunted house or horror movie?
Haunted house.
Ooh, good one. Okay. Pumpkin spice, yay or nay?
Yay.
Good taste. Okay. Carve it or paint it? Pumpkin edition.
Carve it.
hmm Witch hat or vampire cape?
Vampire cape.
Right. Scariest costume you ever wore?
Pennywise.
Ooh, fine. Okay. Best horror villain of all time?
Freddy.
Good one. Okay. Do you scream or stay silent in a jump scare?
Stay silent.
As do I. Jump scares they don't really do nothing for me. All right. That was fun. Okay. Last thing up. Where can people find you? What are your socials? Let's shout them out. Let's get people to interact with you.
I'm on Facebook, um, TikTok. Those are two I've used. I was on Instagram, but I don't really use Instagram no more. Um, you can pretty much find me just mainly on Facebook or TikTok.
Okay.
I don't post a lot on TikTok because this social media is kind of getting overrated with certain things that I don't approve of.
Yeah,
But there ain't nothing I can do about it. Just either not look at it or stay off of it. One.
definitely. I feel that. All right. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This was super fun.
It was, and like I said, it's my first time doing an interview like this for anything. And um, whenever you get it edited or however you want to do it,
mhm.
just notify me and I'll repost it on my news feed. That way, people can get out there and get in touch with you of doing the same thing.
Yes, definitely. I just want to thank you so much for doing this with me. I know this is quite unusual, but I just felt a calling, since I've been in this competition to not focus on myself, but like shine a spotlight on other people. And I'm so glad you were willing to take this chance on me and, do this because it was really fun. It was really nice getting to know you. And I can't wait for people to see and, get more of you.
Yeah, I'm hoping more people do it. That way, like I said, it'll help you out with your calling, and more people should join to do this because it'll help them out with their votes.
Yes, it definitely will. All right. So thank you for joining me. I want to say
Thank
have a
you.
nice day and good luck in the competition.
You too. And if I don't speak to you then, happy Halloween and enjoy.
Yes, happy Halloween.
It's that time of the year, ain't it?
Yes, it is. And I'm loving every minute of it. Well, there you have it. I would like to take a moment to go over my final girl thoughts and just say I want to thank Steven so much for joining me and for allowing me to share his story in this competition, his past experiences, and allow everyone to just learn a little bit more about him. It was super fun meeting him and talking to him and being able to come to realize this calling that I had to share other people's stories in this competition. This was the first interview that I've ever done, and it certainly won't be the last. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.